Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nidhi from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. My USN number is 1VE23CD032. I'm from the Paradi section 2nd Sem from the Department of Basic Science. The course title is Introduction to Mechanical Engineering and the code is BESCK204D. So in this video, I will be explaining about the working of four-stroke petrol and diesel engine. Four-stroke petrol engine. This basically works on the principle of Otto cycle, and there are four different operations. Compression stroke. During this stroke, the compression of pressure charges take place by the return stroke of the piston. During this stroke, both inlet and exhaust valves are closed. As the piston moves upwards, the petrol and air mixture in the cylinder is compressed, and the temperature and pressure gets increased. When the piston reaches the TDC, the spark plug, it ignites the charges. The combustion of the fuel takes place at the constant volume, and the ratio of compression in the petrol engine range is of 7:1 to 11:1. Power stroke. Basically, here what happens is that the piston will be initially at the TDC, and during this too, it moves from the TDC to BDC, where both the inlet and exhaust valve will be closed. Here the combustion of fuel liberates gases. These gases starts expanding. Due to the expansion of the gases, it exerts a large force on the piston, and as a result, the piston is pushed from top to center to the bottom to center. The power impulse is transmitted down through the piston to the crank through the connecting rods. These causes the crankshaft to the rotation at high speed. Thus, the work is obtained in this stroke. Hence, this stroke is also called as the working stroke. As the gas expands and does its work, so it's also known as expansion stroke. Here in the exhaust stroke, the piston moves from bottom to center to the top to center. During this stroke, the inlet valve is closed and the exhaust valve is open. As the piston moves upwards, it forces the remaining burnt gases out of the cylinder to the atmosphere through the exhaust valve. When the piston reaches the top to center, the exhaust valve it remains closed, and this completes the cycle. Actually, this is the pictorial representation of four-stroke petrol engine. All the four operations can be seen here. This graph represents the working of four-stroke petrol engine, where AB line it represents the suction of air and petrol. BC it represents the compression of the mixture. CD the constant volume. DE the expansion of the stroke. EB the exhaust valve opening, and BA the exhaust of combustion products. Coming to the four-stroke diesel engine, the working principle is based on the theoretical diesel cycle, hence it's also known as diesel cycle engine. There are four operations: suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke, and exhaust stroke. Let us see these operations one by one. Suction stroke. At the beginning of the stroke, the piston will be initially at the TDC, and during this stroke, the piston moves from top the center to the bottom the center. During this stroke, the inlet valve it will be open and the exhaust valve will be closed. The downward movement of the piston creates suction in the cylinder, and as a result, fresh air is drawn into the cylinder through the inlet valves. During the compression stroke, the initial position of the piston will be at the bottom dead center. During this stroke, both the inlet and exhaust valve will be closed. And as the piston moves upward, air in the cylinder is compressed to the high pressure and temperature. At the end of the stroke, The diesel fuel is sprayed into the cylinder by the fuel injector. As the fuel comes in contact with the hot compressed air, it gets ignited and undergoes the combustion at constant pressure. The compression ratio ranges from 16 is to 1, 20 is to 1. In the power stroke, the initial position of the piston will be at the topless center. During the stroke, the piston moves from topless center to the bottomless center, where both the inlet and exhaust valves will be closed. As the combustion of fuel takes place, the burnt gases expand and exert a large force on the piston, due to which the piston is pushed from topless center to the BDC. The power impulse is transmitted down through the piston to the crankshaft, through which through the connecting rod. This causes the crankshaft to rotate at a high speed, thus the work is obtained in the stroke. During the exhaust stroke, at the beginning of this, the piston moves from bottom to top. The inlet valve will be closed and the exhaust valve will be opened. As the piston moves upward, it forces the remaining burn gases out of the cylinder through the exhaust valve. This is shown by the line BA on PV graph. When the piston reaches the TDC, the exhaust valve closes and this completes the cycle. So this is the pictorial representation of the working of four-stroke diesel engine. In this graph, AB represents the suction of fresh air, BC represents the compression of the air, CD represents the constant pressure combustion at D when the fuel is supplied. DE represents the expansion stroke, EB represents the exhaust valve opening, and BA represents the exhaust of combustion product. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share the video.